Welcome to this episode of Spin Me Up. It is my mission today to give you the tips and tricks which I think are useful in terms of beating these games. Spins are a really fun format. They're super enjoyable to play. So yeah, I hope you learned something. If you do, please hit follow. Appreciate it immensely. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the stream. Let's see if we get another big one. Last stream we had the $625. We were grinding down the guy quite easily. He was playing quite tight heads up, but unfortunately we just had zero hands, and no matter how much you can grind someone down in a short stack game, you really need the hands at the end. So that was unfortunate, but as with spins, anything can happen. Next spin you can get exactly the same, so let's see how we get on. Hopefully we'll get some interesting games, interesting spots. We'll start adding some $25 to the buy-ins as well. It's a really good strategy if you're trying to move up in stakes. So let's say you're in spins and you're at $10 and you're thinking of moving to 25. It's quite a big jump if you're playing two tables and then you immediately jump from a $10 average stake to a $25 average stake. So a really useful tip for leveling that out, not jumping so high, is let's say you play two tables, play one of 25 and one of 10. Set your thresholds. Your average buy-in will not be 25, obviously it'll be a lot less, so you can afford to stay there for a bit longer, feel out the games a bit more. So yeah, I'm gonna use that strategy today. Play 125, see how we get on, and if we fall below a certain point, we'll move back down. And I just want to see how the 25 games are and what's going on there, because the 10s are super soft, very beatable. So it'll be interesting to see how they compare to the 25s. So let's get on with it. I'll stick some music on to see what we get. Oh, this guy on the left already, I've played him a few times recently. He seems to be grinding the 25s. So we could already see some regs here, which is not what we want. Any regs in the game obviously drastically reduce our win rate. The 10s were super soft. Pretty sure the guy on the right I've played before as well, but I'm not sure if he's a reg. This guy using a 1 BB strategy, which is going to be super profitable against the population. Getting a game up, hold on, let's stick one of the 10s up. A RP. Open-ended straight draw. This favors his range, so I am going to go ahead and check this one. Start applying a pressure on some later streets. This kind of sucks. I am going to go ahead and call one here. He can easily be doing this with a 5 or some sort of other hand, and I want to keep his bluffs in. I think he'll do this with a lot of cards, so I think he'll still value bet his 6s, maybe even some 7s. Come on, take a bet now. Okay. That really sucks. Having a king of diamonds, which is pretty good. Blocking the flush draw. Sorry, the completed flush, but I don't think I can fold this. I mean, if he's got a full house or 8-5, then he has it. So, yeah. That is obviously not a good start, but I think there's not really much we can do with our specific holding there. Oh well, sometimes you can't do anything. Standard seed bet on the right hand side. We bang like everything there. Question is, do you want to 3-bet this guy, or do we just want to play a small pot? I'll have to call that, unfortunately. I expect him to bluff this flop quite often, so I think he does have some showdown. It's obviously a very good turn. Obviously calling this, you could conceivably raise here, but I'm not sure what we would get value from. Unless he was going for a check raise on the flop, which would be very strange. Just not sure we're going to get called, so I'll just call this time. Alright, let's see what we get. Three and a half X, I definitely don't recommend that strategy in spins. Another one with the 1BB bet size. If I had the backdoor flush draws here, I would probably call this, but since I don't, I'm just going to let it go. Queen 8 suited, flops really well. Want to see flops with these hands. And obviously that's an easy fold. Definitely don't recommend limping 6BB on the button. That's what I mean, like this is $25 and he's limping 6BB on the button there. It's obviously a really bad play. I think this one I'm going to put in the min-raise fold range, even though they generally don't do that great. Pretty poor hand, but he made it so cheap. And we can flop some straight draws, so I'll call that one in position. We have some good backdoors here with the queen of clubs, lots of straight draws on the turn. This is obviously not one of them. Pretty easy fold on the turn there. This we can easily shove, small pocket pairs, just want to get their pre-flop equity, just get them in. We like the 3x now, ace jack is obviously going to be a stack off. Pretty standard stuff. Perfect. The turn is not perfect, however. Alright, on we go. Alright, 5x. See if we can bank this one in. Exciting times, guys. W Coop around. If you're playing events, good luck, good luck. Those are the ones to win. I think we're going to see some barrel spots there. Alright, get lucky on the left. If I had some suited cards, I would probably call this, but I think this is just going to be too much. Oh no, King 10 versus King Queen, obviously not a good spot. I think I'm going to go for ISO with this one. I'm just going to play 100% till I have any read on this guy. It's not the best flop, but we're going to go for a super small strategy here. Do I want to 3-bet? I think I'm just going to jam this one. At least it made it easy for us, like easy decisions. Wow. And he gets there as well. Yeah, we're not doing super good in these all-in spots, other than that one that we binked with Queen 7. But that's okay. I think we're going to try with this one. Wow, just snapshots. Okay. bloody I've seen a few times. Could be a wreck, but I don't really have any notes on him. I'm going to see what happens on the left hand side here. Obviously betting now, hoping he has some 4x or 8x that didn't want to bet, but no need to trap or check. Sevens, easy jam. 9-4 I wouldn't ordinarily play, but I just don't think he's ISOing enough, so I'm going to start. I will be playing a bunch of crappy hands that GTO wise should fold. Queen 3 will be limping. It's an okay turn. He's going to not have too many kings in his range. He'll shove them pre-flop. We still need to get value from a 3x or a 2x here. Oh, this really sucks. I just don't think players are shoving enough here, worse hands or draws, so I think we can just get away from this one. Just going to try and fold out a jack, a 9 or a deuce there. Weird because I think he would bet a 10 at some point there, so it was a bit of a weird min raise, but I guess he could have had it with a pair. Ace 6 obviously going in. Alright, try and spin this one back up from 7. 4 is obviously going. Good spot for us. Wow, yeah, these all-ins are not going that great. Nothing to be done. That was one tactic I used a long time ago. Just don't even watch them anymore. If you don't watch them, you can't see the drama. It works quite well, actually. So if any of you are feeling the ups and downs of the poker emotions, especially in spins where you're just all in all the time, I definitely recommend not even watching, removing that part of the game. It will help a lot. Pot bets. We have to call at least one. See what the turn brings and what his sizing is. I think to the size we're going to have to call. Well, if he 3-barrel bluffed, then he 3-barrel bluffed. It's a shame. King 10 suited is good for the flop. Yeah. Not the best so far, just not getting that all-in wins, but can change any second. I think we are going to start bluffing this now. They would have to be on some weird trap. These all-ins just not going well. really just applying max pressure on this board. Starting to seep up there. Getting the chips in. Okay, this is good. Nice. Nice, that one will do for sure. Alright, heads up in this one. Time to take one down after this rough start. That's definitely a flop we want to see. Hits his check back range very hard. So the first thing you should do on flops is like just completely forget your hand and think, does this hit my opponent's range? He checked back pre-flop, so yeah, this hits him pretty hard. And then look at your hand. I think it's always best to kind of consider your hand last, and I don't think enough people do that. It's obviously good for my range. Nice with the ace queen. I'm just gonna have to hope he continues. I think we'll make it a little bit more because, wow, losing the ace queen to the ace 10. Yeah, these all-ins. These all-ins are punishing us. Nothing to be done. If he was calling down with a 4x here, this is gonna really suck. I think we just have to go all in because he's going to decide whether we're bluffing or not, and he's either going to make a light call with a 7 or a 9 or not. If he has the 4, there's just not really anything we can do. Yeah, so he was thinking quite heavily about that one. I think like it looks way more bluffy to shove there than to make like half pot, and we've really got to make it look like a bluff, so we're in good shape. Looks like we're going to take this one down. Obviously shoving the ace 3 pre-flop here, not much to be done. I think we're going to be he could be trapping, but I think we'll just get this one in. 3 is obviously going. Yeah, king 9 suited, and then we do get lucky this time, which we will definitely take after the start we've had. Swings and roundabouts. Alright, nice, getting the first win in of the session. 3x to follow up. So it's interesting we're seeing a flat there from 6BB at king 9 suited. Don't really like it, to be honest. I think we'll try a raise against this guy. I expect him to shove a lot of ace x off, king x pre-flops, so he could just be pure trapping with aces and kings. But we do have some outs, so, and he's just calling along, which is a bit bizarre. I mean, I guess he just has it, and that's okay. This one I don't see much value in betting. We do get some like 3x to call, but there's not that many worse jack x, so I'm just going to play a bit of a passive pot here. We blocked the 6, so he's not going to have too many of those, so I'm just going to try and let him bluff some draws here, like 4, 5, 7, 5, 7, 4, some flush draws. Question is, do I want to raise or just call? There's one open-ender, 4, 5. I think we'll just call this time. Do we want to block bet or do we want to... I think we just bet 1 and hope that he decides to bluff raise, and I think he'll call that size with a 6. Maybe he doesn't bluff sometimes. Yeah, so he has a 6. I mean, we aren't getting that much. The double call sucks. I don't think we're getting many folds now. Like, he's gonna have to have some random, like, ace 4, king 4 suited. That might fold, but I don't think the jacks fold, so I think we just have to give this one up. Unfortunately, unless like he floated like 9-8 suited, 8-9 suited or something, you know, on this turn. But still double float there with an under and a gut shot after I've 3x pre and double barreled. Not likely. Just don't think people are doing it enough. And I definitely don't have the reads for that, so king 8, let's just get that one in with the extra. Wow, we're just getting snapped off here. Guess I could have just limped. Could have just limped, I guess. Maybe a slight mistake there. Five four suited, definitely going in. And we're getting called off again. Well, we have slight odds. Nope. Yeah, we're absolutely getting pummeled with the all-ins this session. So this bloody is playing like a lot of games, so we might have to change up what we do against this guy. Might have to adjust things a bit. I need to start noticing what he's doing, taking some notes possibly. Checking back, so under pair, ace x, jack x. Let's see. We're gonna chop with a bunch of the. We're gonna chop with a bunch of the ace x's. So I think we're just gonna bet here. Raise, like, did he really just trap jacks or ace king? It's pretty interesting. I mean, min raise. He's checking a flush draw. I mean, this is so weird. I just don't see how this is like ever a bluff. What is he checking the flop with that does min raises and then bluffs? It's a bit strange, so doesn't make much sense. Usually when they're supposed to do something like betting on these boards, like he's gonna bluff his whole range on a king king jack board, right? He's not just gonna check back. This completes some stuff, and I don't have a diamond. If I had a straight draw, I'd possibly call, but not with this one. Yeah, like usually when players have a chance to bluff on a board and they don't, they usually have something. They're not just randomly checking back and then delay bluffing, or at least delay min raising. It just doesn't make sense, so bear that in mind. It's usually a good rule of thumb. Come on, we want the ISO raise now, bloody. No. And that's obviously not the best board for us. Still gonna have to call one. He's got a bunch of draws. Okay, so he does check. Not the best river. Expect him to continue with his draws on the turn, so I think we're just going to be behind here. You can value bet a 9, a 10. You can have like 2 pairs now. So we have some other hands that we can check call there that are a bit better. I think I'm going to value bet this one. He's going to have some like worse 10s, 10, 9, 10, 6, jack 10. He's also going to have some 8s and 7s, which are going to have some really horrible rivers that don't want to call off. It's a really good rivers for it to try and get paid. If he has a queen, we're going to know about it, so... Yes, Broto, you're thinking of shoving, and that would be a fantastic decision. No, no joy. Pretty easy call with a 5-6 suited, flop's nice. Let's hope for the flop. It's okay. Could be worse. 10s versus ace 9. Nice. Hold this one up. Checked. It was weird. It was almost like he was thinking of whether he needs to check raise or c-bet. And I think with our, I mean, we hit this a decent amount, so I think we're gonna start betting this. Like I said, it looked like he thought he was gonna check raise. It's not going to cost us much, and he's going to have some give-ups. Wow, losing the Queen 8 suited to the 7-8. Yeah, these all-ins we're really, really struggling with in this session. Feels like he doesn't know what he wants to do. I think I'm just going to see my equity here. That is not a good card. Not a good card. All right. Jamming this. I need to get some notes on this guy. He shoved up pretty quickly. But I don't think there's much we can do. Wow, Jack 3 suited, that is pretty terrible. Yeah, definitely don't recommend shoving that, guys. Come on, yeah, it's gonna be so hard to get paid from a 9 now. I think we're just gonna have to check that. Okay, so bloody, why did you jam? Makes me wish I'd jammed myself. Obviously this is going in, pretty standard. I think we can do it again now. 9s, right, come on. There we go. So he got 5-4, perfect. Huge equity for us. Alright. Second win, let's get some more going. Feel free to ask any questions, guys. Anything about poker, spins, whatever you like, happy to answer. was playing for a long time. Just do it on the side now, bit of fun. But spins are like super beatable. I mean, these stakes pretty easy to play. Alright, nice with the ace-9 suited there. He did give us a bit of a sweat on that turn. Let's see, we'll just go with a standard c-bet. Fours. I think we'll just shove this one. Well, I think we can safely say he's never bluffing this, and when we raise here, I just don't see how we're going to get folds. So goes this with the check raise there. I think we're just going to go for barrels with good turns and rivers on this one. Still going to go for this. There's not too many 10x in his range. It looks like 10-3, 10-4. I think he'll get away with this amount. He's going to have to fold most 9x, 3x, 4x. So unless he's hit like 2 pair or straight or flush, then right, nice chop for us there. It was a good river. King 8 we're obviously stacking off with. Let's go. Pretty easy fold with the 8-4. And ace king suited, obviously we're jamming this in. Wow, jack's okay. Great flop. Sweat. And double, that's what we want to see in the 75. Alright, let's go, let's go. It was a good flop and turn for him. Great turn. Alright, let's go. Banked that one in. I think without a diamond here, we're just going to let this one go against that stack size. Nice free value there from a button limp. Wow, just trapping with the 10s. I don't really advocate that, to be honest. I don't think that's very good in general. Because you're just allowing like all the random queen x off, king x off, jack x off to see free equity on the flop. You're never going to know where you are. If you min raise like small blind with my stack size, or big blind has to reshove anyway all the small stacks, you know, any ace, all the Broadway suited and these kind of things. So I don't think it's a very good play to be limping that button there with 10s specifically. I know maybe you can get away with it with some of the better hands, but not that one. 1 BB for this size we have to call, and obviously that is the turn we want. I think we're gonna go ahead and let's see. I think we have to raise now. Just hope he has a high spade or hit the queen. He does call. Don't think you can fold an overpair or a queen, so I'm just going to jam it. Yeah. Just wondering how I can get value from his like overs with the spade or a high spade there. Like if I check, is he going to bet? I don't think he just, like if I check there, he might not even bet the queen nine. That's the problem. Just keeping these bet sizes really small, they're pretty profitable. Doesn't have to work too often. I don't think I'm going to barrel this. 2.5. I think we'll just shove this one. There's plenty of draws that missed here. He could have check called with some sort of queen. Probably have to be like queen of hearts unless he's just calling all overs, but I think we just have to call there. This one I'm going to delay, see what he does. It's a very good turn. Just wondering whether I should raise this now. 4, 5, 7. There's so many draws, I think I'll just let him bluff. What's he going to call if I shove? As opposed to raise, but I think I just call. Like, if I raise the river here, is he calling me with 9x? Does he bluff the river that way 9x? I mean against a better 2 or... I think I'll just jam this in. It's pretty close though. It's like this one I'm just going to make it quite clear I'm not going anywhere. If he wants to shove, then he can shove. King 7, we'll get that in. Getting a bit of momentum in these two games. Hopefully we'll bank a double win. Alright, that's a really good flop. Alright, let's go. Yes, Meerkat, it's time. This is the time you want to shove. In raise. Just wondering whether it's a 3-bet none all in, but I think he's either going to decide to call or he's not, so. Looks way too strong if I 3-bet none all in there. Alright, that is the flop we want to be seeing. Hits his range really well. I mean, I block his 4s and 2s, so I just have to try and get value from a 3 and 5. This one I'm going to have to buff. Barrel obviously hits us good, and he's not going to give us too much credit, I guess. He's 10 suited. I just see him calling off with like a 9x here, but I just don't think I can resist, so I guess I'm gonna have to call this in this $10. If this was like some reg or something, it's a bit of a close one. Bit of a close one, I think. But I think we are going to see some like pretty spewy shoves in some of these games. Alright, that's good enough. It's so weird how he's not betting this. I guess we have to take a stab. just hope he has some sort of king high that just wants to fold or ace high. But he would shove these pre, it's so weird. King 2, wow, he does cool with his... Essentially it is king high, I mean. Wow, losing the queens there to 6s. I guess he just puts me on a flush draw and couldn't resist a call. Alright, well hopefully we'll just take him out heads up now. Punish him for this light call. Definitely going for a check back on this board. Turn hits him even harder. It's a good turn for us. The way he raised, seems like he might have an over here, which really blows. And we don't really have reshove range. I was thinking of just leading turn. I could just donk the turn, but I think given his raise aggression there on the flop, I don't think people just raise bare aces on the flop. Ace jack. Alright, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Meerkat. Yeah. Wow. Just doesn't want to fold. Doesn't want to fold, this guy. Still have to have some bluffs though. But yeah, looks like he's a bit of a calling station. Why is he just not shoving a6 pre-flop? He's got 10 BB, a6 off. Yeah, guys, ace x offs do not do good as min raise or limping at this stack depth. Just jam them in. Jam them in, and trust me, you'll get a lot better ROI. Let's see, I think he would lead a 4 or an 8 and his draws, so I'm going to deny some equity here a little bit. With my 2. I think I'm just going to put some pressure on now. Check call. Just go for that one. Okay. Wow, so yeah, he does have the king of spades. He would have to have that like exact hand or some sort of like queen 10, king queen with a queen of spades, so there wasn't many combinations there, but yeah, it was quite aggro from my side, but I think you do see a lot of folding going on. He's going to have some specific hands there, so I guess not too bad. I'd rather be slightly on the aggressive side than the conservative side in these games. Where's the 25 gone? Did it not flick up? Let's get another 25 up. Let's see here. Still see betting all of these boards. People just fold, don't check raise enough. You really don't see enough check raising in games. Why has this come over to here? Put it up there. Let's raise the ace jack. Obviously calling to this size. It's a pretty good turn for us. He's going to have like a 3. And maybe he does. Min raise. Is he min raising a 3? What 3s does he have? Ace 3, King 3? That's a bit weird. I'm just going to get it in. I think he shoves his thingy. I think he shoves like pocket pairs pre. Like, think about it, all of the like 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 8s, 9s, I mean 10s, they're all just getting this in pre-flop. So then, like, what is he been raising a 7x and then instant potting when he hits quads? Generally when people hit quads, they are not just potting. So like, it's a flush draw, a straight draw, and there's not that many 3x. Like, what does he call 3x? King 3 off, Queen 3 off? No, it has to be like some suited 3s, so there's just not many of these. Wasn't this the guy that, yeah, he called in the last one with the King 2, so I have to be a bit careful there. Oh, we could be winning this. I think he's done that a few times, this guy. He might be a reg, not sure though. Japan. Raise the King Jack suited value. Hopefully you're getting some value, guys. Let me know if there's anything you want to know. Happy to answer. I'm gonna go again. People are unlikely to limp shove a couple of times in a row. We've seen he's been a bit aggressive. I'm going to fold some of the bottom end a little bit now. Take this guy. Really tempted to do it again, but I just don't think he's going to. I think I will actually. He's not going to expect me to do it this often. Yeah, I think there's a pretty high chance of that one working. Because he'll think I's in it twice now. There's no way you can do it again like this. Standard C bet. You have to bet like this board 100% of the time. Ace, ace, 8. You could take some check back lines with an ace in your hand exploitatively. 2-4, I'm going to fold now. Check call mode, bottom pair. Not going to face much more resistance here. 8-7, 8-6 I continue, but not 8-4. To this size now, I think we will call. It looks like he's kind of value betting a 9x. Wow. We're actually good there. That's incredible. Let's have a little look. 7-2. I don't mind his bluff, but then he should just be barreling. And especially with a 10 on the river. Yeah, so he doesn't seem that good really, to be honest. Check call mode with a 6-4. Just have to hope he's not going to have a. Okay, that will do. 3s. Nice flop there with the set. Ace jack suited, let's go. Let's go. Oh, he hits the 10. Oh, beautiful turn. Oh, and the river. What a dream. Alright, we'll get the last couple of games in. Ah, we got him again. hopefully you're getting some value, guys. If there's anything you want to ask while I'm playing, feel free. Happy to try and help or explain things. If you are finding it valuable, feel free to follow so you get our latest streams. We try and get a program every week going. Commentary, me and Lucky Luke, we commentated on the High Roller Scoop earlier this week. That was a really fun one to commentate. Some really good players in there. So yeah, if you haven't seen that, feel free to check out on YouTube or Twitch. It's still up at the moment. Let's see here, 15 BB. Do I want to raise this one or not? I don't know much about his limp range, but I think I will. Jack 7, no, I'm not going to bother. If I had a club, I would continue to that size, but alright. So like first thing you do when a flop comes down is like, does this hit my opponent's range? The answer is quite clearly yes in this spot. I'm still going to bet, and I'm just going to barrel some turns if they come out some straight draws, but this right now we're just going to give up. I mean, I probably could even just check fold this flop, to be honest. Probably should. I'm ISOing way too much out of the big blind, and I think in this spot could just check fold even though it's a bit weak. But yeah, that flop just hits his limp call range so damn hard. I mean, is he ever bluffing here? I think we just see our equity, to be honest. Easy fold. I mean, okay, he bluffs us with Jack 9, Jack 8 sometimes, but could raise the flop. It's also viable. I just don't think enough players there are just lead barreling air. So this will have to go in. Alright. Let's see. Alright. Obviously raising for value here. He hasn't limp folded anything yet. Too much in the middle. Wow. And as we can see, he doesn't limp fold anything, and he does manage to get there, which kind of blows. Okay, it's the right hand side. It's like either check raising a draw, could even check raise an 8 if he thinks we're at it. But yeah, we're just not good either way. Anything he has like really good equity against us, so not really much for us to do. Let's see, Queen 5, Queen 5, Queen 5. I just want to jam against this guy because he's. We walk into Ace King. We need a 5 then. No joy. It's a bit of a sad end there. That's just the way it goes, unfortunately. Let's see. At least we got some wins in though. I think the session went kind of average overall. Started off pretty bad, but managed to get some wins in. So yeah, hopefully you guys got some value from the content. I'll be back next week. Tomorrow, me and Matt will be live. Heads up in the office, and we'll be playing on a Zoom call, all hole cards exposed. So yeah, that'll be a fun one tomorrow at, I think it's 4:30 CET. So yeah, if you want to swing by for that, join in, cheer us on. It's a fun one to watch. We have a good banter going there. I'm currently ahead, thankfully, so I have bragging rights at the moment, but anything can happen. Best of 3 games each session. So yeah, feel free to join us for that. If you like poker content, head over to Instagram. Poker Deals Official is our handle. We spend many hours a week trying to make awesome content for you guys, so I'm sure you'll enjoy whatever we have over there. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you haven't hit follow so far, please do, and yeah, we'll see you again soon.